King of TV Bowling, capturing footage of the tri-state area's best bowling, where you could be our next featured champion. Good evening, King Show fans. Vic Amon here for another edition of the King of TV Bowling Throwback Thursday. By popular demand, we've got a showdown of two local greats. We're going to head to Stumps Lanes this week, where Kim Hermann is going to face off against Bob Bush. Let's head laneside. We hope you enjoy.
Me, I still haven't quite figured out that combination, but it's worked 3 out of 4 years, and Kim was on that team 2 of those 3 years. With those infamous zebra pants. Late-breaking story on that, the 710 out of here. Let's take a look at it, Bill. 710 for a moment. Watch the head pin center of your screen. It's going to go out of play to the right-hand side, and for a moment, just a moment, the 710 to 2 corners, and then each pin has a blocking assignment, and they are gone.
Bobby Bush answers. The only right-handed bowler of our Final Four today.
Bobby Bush throws so much ball. We've seen him time and time again. As Dave said, the Nick and Bob show, of course, against Nick Vogelsang, who finished a little lower on the list this week.
Yeah, a little lower. We'll run down the list of finalists here as we go, but the 4 you're going to be seeing today. Bobby Bush, left-hand lane, gets the ball a little wide, but just comes screaming back.
How important is that, Dave, to get off to a good start like Bobby Bush is turning in right now?
Well, against someone like Kim Hermann especially, you have to issue the challenge early, because as we watched last week, Kim Hermann easily destroyed the competition. And I really think, Jennifer, if you agree with me here, that it was because of his good starts and strong finishes.
Yeah, he had the first 7 in the second match and the first 5 in the third match.
The release is the point where all good bowlers are separated from the great bowlers. There is a great release. Kim Hermann knows it, gives it a little body English to the left, and it is a strike.
Very enthusiastic man up there. He's not afraid to show emotion.
We have a few of those in other sports, don't we?
Here and there.
There. Oh, just slightly light.
Just not quite rolling off as hard as he would like on the back end. We've got quite an array of stars in this, our final week. And again, Bill, I'd like to welcome you. We've watched you months and months and months doing the sports, and you're doing a fine job. And it's just a pleasure for you to join us here on the final show of this 1991, which is our 29th season of BPA King of Bowling. And we're back home. We're back home on Channel 9 where it all started 29 years ago.
Tell you what, on behalf of Channel 9, it certainly is a privilege, and we've enjoyed a wonderful year so far. And with today's concluding matches, it certainly shapes up to be quite the finish here as we crown the king.
The messenger takes it out. Looked like a draw play to me, but I tell you, the head pin, I believe, is the culprit. The head pin or the 5 pin. Keep your eyes on both of the pins in the middle of the screen, and they're going to go to the left-hand wall. It's the head pin, folks. I'm making a call. There it comes, off the wall, cross body block into the 10 pin. How does he do it?
Bobby Bush says he was just teasing us there.
Teasing with the gutter, and he almost gets away with a great break. Just not quite getting out of the ball cleanly enough, but creating a little bit of a lead for himself. 10 pins at this particular point. Once again, so many people go into making up this telecast, and I tell you what, we've got them everywhere, but I want to run down the finals list here after we watch Bobby bring the spare back, huh? Finishing 5th, and we'll not see on TV today, but we watched him perform last week, Steve Bruck, Jim Beckler, Riga Kalfas, Bob Omer, Kevin Johnson, and Jamie Burke. Gave us a fine interview last week, by the way, on his premiere appearance on King of Bowling, rounded out the top 10, and all of those gentlemen made some cash last week.
Kim Hermann, speaking with him before the match, he appeared last week for the first time this year on the BPA. And his opponent, as we look at it one more time, Dave.
It's again, repetitive deep knee bend, good clean roll, 1-2 pocket filled up, and 10 in the pit, every pin doing its job. And Kim Hermann knows his mission today is to destroy the competition, Mr. Bobby Bush.
Well, Bobby, we've seen plenty of him, haven't we, on the BPA? Kim Hermann, kind of new to this, but he says he doesn't mind the lights, that's for sure.
Last week, of course, taking home $750. Today, David, I think we're going for $1,500, aren't we?
The big number is waiting for someone, but the messenger pin is definitely doing the job for this guy. He better tip this waiter big time. Head pin, center of your screen. Watch it go to the right-hand side this time. Do a little bit of a... It wasn't the head pin. No,
somebody
it was
snuck in and got it.
The 4-pin.
It all counts.
It's an even match.
Oh, wow. How many times have you seen that happen?
The no man's land. If you get the ball out to the second board, now watch the low angle release on this one, folks. No man's land is number 2. Get your hand out of the way, Bobby. There it is on number 2, and it will not roll. It skids, it skids, it skids, and then goes into a little bit of a roll. A 3 count. Not used to seeing that on this caliber of bowler, but it happens.
That's not a spare you shoot at too often.
Average, especially when you average 222, as he says here on his bio sheet.
Bob Bush rolling in the 6th frame now.
I'd like to thank Hal Manufacturing this year for bringing us our King shirts every week. They do such a great job. Deliver them to wherever we need them in time for the show, and we appreciate that.
Minus 17 pins, but if you're going to eat into it, that's the way you do it. It's 6'6", 185-pound, 21-year-old Bobby Bush. Jennifer, like we said, we've got a star-studded cast here today.
Yeah, of course, we're at Stumps Lanes, as we said, and that is Barb McDonald, the wife of Mike McDonald, who incidentally is the president of the local Bowling Proprietors Association, and we thank him.
And Betty right next to her, and then the gentleman that fills up our screen, Mr. Herb Hoinke himself. A man who has done so much for the game of bowling, not only in Cincinnati, but around the country. A great promoter of bowling in general, and a superb promoter of the BPA, the Bowling Proprietors Association, which has been bringing you this show now for 29 years. And as you can see, Herb's a promoter. He very rarely is quiet.
And I'm proud to say he got inducted into the Hall of Fame a few weeks ago.
I wonder if he would try some of the pants that Kim has on right now. Maybe that'd be pushing it.
I hope he washed them from last week. That's all I'm hoping. The proprietor, yeah, there he is.
Mike McDonald does such a great job being the president of the BPA. He's very attentive to their needs, and once again, he also promotes the game of bowling, and he has a fine establishment here, Stumps Lanes.
Kim Hermann here in the 7th.
And so do I. An animated player. Kim Hermann will give you more than your money's worth. Take a look at the release of Kim Hermann from the floor. The trajectory out onto the lane. Revolutions are perfect. Absolutely perfect. What a line he's playing. Down the lane. Bobby Bush covering more boards from right to left and then back again and crushing.
Much more direct that time, David.
Using a little bit more speed, Jennifer, and 4 pins. Now the difference between the two players, and 4 pins with 3 pieces of paper yet to play is nada with these people.
We are seeing great bowling, but we are also seeing great camera work from our crew, Roy Alfers and company, out in the truck.
Bobby will never say die.
Night manager in a bowling establishment on the north side of town gives him a little opportunity. I would never accuse him of closing early and practicing, but wouldn't surprise me if it happened. He's been in a residence for 12 years, and high average of 222, low average of 212. Not too bad on either end.
Kim is so solid at the line, and for all of you out there, it's so important that after the ball is thrown, although it doesn't make any difference in the reaction that you're solid, it shows that your timing is good when you can stand there and stay in your position after release until the ball hits the pins. That's something to work on if you're not doing that.
Kim is one of the most fun people you ever want to bowl with. He knows he threw maybe the worst shot of his life and gets away with a strike. That's like an approach shot to the green, Bill, hitting a tree, bouncing off the tree, rolling through the sand trap.
See, there's only one problem with that, though, Dave. I hit the tree, I stay in the tree.
Right.
Kim Hermann is very familiar with these parts, though. He was a LaSalle High School graduate a couple of years back.
I think you're being gracious. I think the word should be several years back, but you're basically a nice guy.
But he's still rolling today with his pair.
5-pin cluster, and he brings it back nicely. A very difficult spare, and his wife. I tell you, the people that appreciate this game are everywhere. They're at home, on the couches right now. They are here in this establishment. We have them wall to wall today. You see one of our handheld guys just trying to capture some of those extra special shots for you. 19-pin difference. Bobby
Back
Bush.
out in that area.
He's at no man's land, but he gets the late break on the 10-pin. The footwork may have been the culprit on this particular shot. Let's take a look and see if we can pick it up. He uses the whole approach, as you can see there, Bill. Now, right at the line, leverage looks pretty good, really. It looks to be a release problem to me. Gets it out into that 2 and 3 board area, and it's just not going to get back from there.
Hey, this is one guy we're going to see a lot of in the future, if you ask me. 21 years old. Bob Bush rolling with the best of them.
Wow, do we have a tight match here. 6 pins with both contestants having spares up in the ninth. It's going to go right down to the 10th frame.
Just the way you like it, right, Dave?
I love close matches all the way, and in BPA King of Bowling we have them, and
that was big.
You can basically count on competitors when they need one to reach back for a little extra, as Wayne used to say, huh?
239. If Bobby doubles here, he's got the match won with a good count. Kim knows that.
Potential 239 for Bobby Bush would make him a winner. If he strikes here, that's the big one. That's the big one. The best Kim Hermann could finish out with would be a 233. Bobby Bush needs only to keep the ball somewhere in play and not pull a channel ditcher, as he wouldn't dare do.
Plenty of practice for the next match for Bob Bush.
He's put an impressive showing on all the occasions that he has appeared this year, Bill, and Kim Hermann being defeated today with a 239 gave us a fine performance last week, and if he strikes out 233 is nothing to be ashamed of.
Interesting to see Bob Bush open this match with 3 strikes. Got 3 in the middle, then finished up with 3 in a row at the end.
Yeah, really. 3 turkeys, as we refer to.
I beg your pardon.
Dave knows everything about turkeys, doesn't he?
Tell you what, you know, for 11 weeks, I got by fairly simple, and all of a sudden it's pick on Dave Day. Bill, I don't know about you.
But we can't pick on Bill. It's his first time here. That
wait till game 2. Wait till game 2.
Everything's fair, right?
You've got that right. You can stay tuned and watch game 2 and 3 of this week number 12. And as you can recall, last week we did not have a winner in the Golden Ball contest as we watch Kim Hermann finished with 219, Bobby Bush 239, and we're going to draw to give away some big, big bucks.
This King of TV Bowling Throwback Thursday has been sponsored by CheapBowlingBalls.com. The only thing that's cheap is our low prices. White Oak Auto Care, family owned and operated for over 30 years. Give them a call today at 513-741-1300 for all your automotive needs. If your business would like to get involved with our sponsorship programs, give us a call today at 513-967-8796. Folks, you can check out all this great action on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Log on to www.kingotvbowling for more information. Thanks for viewing, everyone. Until next time.